The air crackles with ancient fear. The atmosphere is thick with an unsettling energy, as if the very fabric of reality is being stretched thin. The sky above is a swirling mass of dark clouds, occasionally illuminated by flashes of lightning that seem to tear through the heavens. The forest below is shrouded in an eerie mist, its tendrils creeping through the trees like ghostly fingers. This is a place where the boundary between the known and the unknown is fragile, where whispers in the shadows hint at secrets long forgotten. A legend whispers on the wind, carried from generation to generation. It speaks of a night unlike any other, a night when the ordinary world is invaded by the extraordinary. The wind seems to carry voices, ancient and wise, telling tales of times long past. The leaves rustle as if in conversation, sharing secrets with those who are willing to listen. This is the night of 100 demons, a night steeped in mystery and fear. Carried from generation to generation, the story is told by elders to the young, ensuring that the legend never fades. Around a crackling fire, an old storyteller weaves the tale, his voice rising and falling with the flickering flames. The family gathered around listens intently, their faces illuminated by the firelight, eyes wide with a mixture of fear and fascination. This is how the legend lives on, passed down through the ages, a thread connecting the past to the present. The night of 100 demons, they call it. A night when the streets are deserted, and the only light comes from flickering lanterns casting long eerie shadows. Shadowy figures move silently through the darkness, their forms barely discernible. It is a night when the boundary between the living and the dead is blurred, and the air is thick with the presence of the supernatural. A night of unspeakable terror. The full moon casts an eerie light, illuminating dark alleyways where shadows seem to move of their own accord. Every creak, every rustle, every whisper sends a shiver down the spine. It is a night when fear takes on a life of its own, feeding on the darkness and growing ever stronger. The very air seems to pulse with malevolent energy, as if the night itself is alive and watching. A night when the veil between worlds thins. The mist that shrouds the forest is not just a natural phenomenon, it is a barrier, a thin veil separating our world from another. On this night, that veil is at its weakest, and the two worlds begin to bleed into each other. Portals open in the darkness, gateways to realms unknown. It is a time when the impossible becomes possible, and the boundaries of reality are tested. Across Japan, the legend varies. In some regions, it is said that the demons come to punish the wicked. In others, they are believed to be spirits seeking redemption. The landscapes change, from dense forests to quiet villages, each with its own version of the tale. But no matter where you go, the core of the legend remains the same. It is a night of reckoning, a night when the past and present collide. But the core remains constant, a night of reckoning, when the spirits of the past return to the world of the living. Ancient scrolls depict these demons in vivid detail, their forms twisted and terrifying. The horizon is dark and foreboding, a visual representation of the fear that grips the hearts of those who know the legend. It is a night when the sins of the past come back to haunt the present, and no one is safe. When yokai, the demons of Japanese folklore, roam free, these are not just figments of the imagination. They are deeply rooted in the culture and history of Japan. The yokai take many forms, from mischievous spirits to malevolent entities. On this night, they are free to walk among us, their glowing eyes piercing the darkness. They are a reminder of the thin line between the human and the supernatural, a line that is easily crossed. Their goal, to claim the souls of unsuspecting mortals. The yokai are not content to simply observe, they are active participants in this night of terror. Ghostly hands reach out from the shadows, seeking to drag the unwary into the darkness. The fear is palpable, a living, breathing entity that feeds on the terror of its victims. It is a night when the line between reality and nightmare blurs, and survival is not guaranteed. This is not just a ghost story, it's a cultural touchstone. The Night of 100 Demons is woven into the very fabric of Japanese culture, a reflection of the nation's deep-seated beliefs and traditions. It is a night that is both feared and respected, a reminder of the power of the supernatural. Cultural festivals often incorporate elements of the legend, blending the past with the present in a celebration of heritage and history, a reflection of Japan's deep-seated relationship with the spirit world. The ancient temples and shrines, bathed in moonlight and shrouded in mist, stand as silent witnesses to this relationship. They are places of reverence and respect, where the living come to honor the spirits of the past. The Night of 100 Demons is a testament to the enduring connection between the human and the supernatural, a connection that continues to shape the culture and identity of Japan. Imagine a night darker than usual, the kind of night where the stars seem to hide and the moon is but a faint whisper in the sky. The world below is cloaked in an almost tangible darkness, a blanket of shadows that stretches across the land. The city, usually alive with lights and sounds, falls eerily silent, as if holding its breath. The forest, dense and foreboding, becomes a labyrinth of unseen dangers. This is not just any night. This is a night where the boundaries between our world and the unknown blur. The moon, a sliver veiled in mist, casts an ethereal glow that barely pierces the thick fog. It's as if the moon itself is reluctant to shine too brightly, wary of what might be revealed in its light. The mist swirls and dances, creating ghostly shapes that seem to move with a life of their own. Each wisp of fog carries with it a sense of mystery, a hint of the unknown that sends shivers down the spine. The air grows heavy, thick with anticipation. Every breath feels laden with the weight of the night, as if the very atmosphere is charged with an unseen energy. The fog rolls in, enveloping everything in its path, creating an impenetrable wall of white. It's a night where every sound is amplified, every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig, becomes a harbinger of something lurking just out of sight. The forest, usually a place of tranquility, transforms into a realm of shadows and whispers. A palpable sense of dread descends. It's a feeling that creeps into the mind, gnawing at the edges of sanity. Faces contort in fear, eyes wide with the terror of the unknown. The streets, empty and desolate, seem to stretch on forever, each alleyway a potential hiding place for nightmares. The fog thickens, obscuring vision and heightening the sense of isolation. It's a night where the imagination runs wild, conjuring up horrors that may or may not be real. This is when the yokai stir. These ancient spirits, born of folklore and legend, awaken from their slumber. They thrive in the darkness, feeding off the fear that permeates the air. Shadows move with a life of their own, creeping along walls and darting through the trees. The yokai are not bound by the laws of our world. They exist in the spaces between, in the corners of our vision, in the places where light cannot reach. They emerge from the shadows, from ancient forests and forgotten wells. These are places steeped in history, where the veil between worlds is thin. The yokai are drawn to these locations, where the energy of the past lingers. They take on many forms, each one more terrifying than the last. Some are grotesque and monstrous, while others are deceptively beautiful, hiding their true nature behind a mask of allure. Each one, a manifestation of fear itself. They are the embodiment of our deepest anxieties, the things that go bump in the night. The yokai are not just creatures of myth. They are the personification of the unknown, the darkness that resides within us all. They thrive on our fear, growing stronger with every heartbeat, every shiver that runs down our spine. In their presence, the line between reality and nightmare blurs, leaving us questioning what is real and what is imagined. There's the Teng, with its bird-like head and demonic grin, a creature of the mountains and forests. The Teng is both a trickster and a protector. It is said to possess great knowledge and power, but it is also known for its mischievous nature. The Teng can be a guide or a tormentor depending on its mood. Its presence is a reminder that not all yokai are purely evil. Some walk the line between good and bad, their intentions as murky as the night itself. The Kappa, a grotesque water demon, lurking near rivers and streams. This creature, with its amphibious body and insatiable appetite, is both feared and revered. The Kappa is known for its cunning and strength, often luring unsuspecting victims to a watery grave. Yet, it is also a creature of honor, bound by a strict code of conduct. If one can outwit the Kappa, it may even become an ally, offering its strength and knowledge in return for respect and offerings. And the Yuki Onna, the snow woman, beautiful yet deadly. She glides through the winter landscape, her presence heralded by a sudden chill in the air. The Yuki Onna is a figure of tragic beauty, her pale skin and flowing white kimono blending seamlessly with the snow. She is both a seductress and a killer, luring travelers to their doom with her enchanting voice and icy touch. Her story is one of love and loss, a reminder of the harsh and unforgiving nature of winter. No two encounters are the same. Each meeting with a yokai is a unique experience, shaped by the fears and beliefs of those who encounter them. Some may find themselves face to face with a monstrous apparition, while others may be visited by a more subtle yet equally terrifying presence. The yokai are as diverse as the human imagination, each one a reflection of the culture and history from which they sprang. They are a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring nature of our deepest fears. Each demon brings its own brand of horror to the night. They are the stuff of nightmares, the creatures that haunt our dreams and stalk our waking hours. The yokai are a reminder that the world is full of mysteries, and that there are things beyond our understanding that lurk in the shadows. They are a call to respect the unknown, to tread carefully in the dark, and to remember that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we carry within ourselves. The Night of 100 Demons is not just a figment of imagination. It is a deeply ingrained part of Japanese culture, a night where the boundary between the living and the supernatural blurs. This night, known as Hyaki Yagyo, is said to be when a parade of demons, ghosts, and other supernatural beings roam the streets, causing chaos and fear among the living. The origins of this eerie tradition can be traced back to ancient times, where stories of yokai or supernatural creatures were passed down through generations. It's rooted in Japanese history and belief. The concept of yokai is not merely a collection of ghost stories, but a reflection of the Japanese people's relationship with the natural world and the unknown. These beings were often depicted in art and literature, serving as both cautionary tales and explanations for the inexplicable. The belief in yokai was a way for people to make sense of the world around them, attributing strange occurrences and natural phenomena to these otherworldly entities. The yokai are remnants of ancient animism, the belief that spirits inhabit all things. This animistic worldview held that every object, from the tallest mountain to the smallest pebble, possessed a spirit. This belief system laid the foundation for the rich tapestry of yokai lore, where spirits could be benevolent, malevolent, or simply mischievous. Over time, these spirits took on more defined forms and characteristics, becoming the yokai that are still known and feared today. Over centuries, these beliefs intertwined with Buddhism and Shintoism, shaping Japanese folklore. The introduction of Buddhism brought new spiritual concepts and deities, which were often merged with existing Shinto beliefs. This syncretism led to a unique spiritual landscape where yokai could be seen as both protectors and harbingers of doom. Festivals and rituals were held to appease these spirits, ensuring harmony between the human and supernatural worlds. The yokai became a way to explain the unexplainable, to personify natural disasters and human anxiety. In a time before modern science, these supernatural beings provided a framework for understanding the world. Earthquakes, tsunamis, and other natural disasters were often attributed to the actions of vengeful spirits or angry gods. This personification of natural forces helped people cope with the fear and uncertainty that such events brought. The Night of 100 Demons, then, becomes a manifestation of collective fear. It is a night where the accumulated anxieties and fears of the people are given form, a parade of the unknown and the terrifying. This night serves as a reminder of the thin veil that separates the human world from the supernatural, a veil that can be easily pierced, allowing the otherworldly to spill into the mundane, a fear of the unknown, of the forces beyond our control. The Night of 100 Demons is a testament to the enduring power of folklore and the human need to understand and explain the mysteries of the world. It is a night that continues to captivate the imagination, a haunting reminder of the shadows that lurk just beyond the edge of our understanding. Picture this. A lone traveler caught in a sudden downpour. He seeks shelter in an abandoned shrine. The wind howls through the crumbling structure. Each creak and groan sends shivers down his spine. Suddenly, a pair of glowing eyes pierces the darkness. A low growl rumbles through the air. The traveler freezes, his heart pounding in his chest. This is the power of the Night of 100 Demons. It's a story told through atmosphere, through vivid sensory details that transport you to that terrifying night. Section 5. The Symphony of the Damned. The night itself is a symphony of unsettling sounds. The rustling of leaves, like whispers in the dark. The distant cawing of crows, echoing like mocking laughter. The air itself vibrates with a low hum, a discordant chorus of unseen creatures. It's enough to drive even the bravest soul to madness. And then there are the screams, blood-curdling cries that pierce the night, a chilling reminder of the stakes at hand. Section 6. Faces of the Abyss. Each yokai is a grotesque masterpiece. The Nopparabo, a faceless phantom that preys on human vanity. The Bakaneko, a monstrous cat with glowing eyes and a forked tail. And then there's the Hanya, a jealous woman transformed into a demon, her face frozen in a mask of rage and despair. These are not just monsters, they are reflections of our deepest fears, our darkest impulses given monstrous form. Section 7. The Ritual of Survival. Survival on the Night of 100 Demons requires cunning and courage. Many choose to stay indoors, sealing their homes with protective charms. Some brave souls venture out, armed with salt, iron, and prayers. They know that even a moment of weakness can prove fatal. The night becomes a test of faith, a battle against the darkness within and without. Section 8. The Enduring Shadow. The Night of 100 Demons is more than just a scary story. It's a cultural phenomenon that continues to captivate and terrify. It's inspired countless works of art, literature, and film. Why does it endure? Perhaps it's the thrill of confronting our fears, of staring into the abyss and finding ourselves reflected back. Or maybe it's the reminder that even in our modern world, there are still mysteries beyond our understanding. Section 9. A Legacy of Terror. The Night of 100 Demons is a journey into the heart of Japanese darkness. It's a stark reminder that some things are best left undisturbed. So the next time you find yourself alone on a dark and stormy night, listen closely. You might just hear the whispers of the yokai beckoning you to join their macabre dance. But be warned, once you step into their world, you may never truly escape.